And we welcome those of you who were just watching Rutgers-Kennesaw State. We were at the Greenbrier tip-off. This is the consolation game. LSU and UCF, alongside the former head coach of Chattanooga and UMass, Matt McCall, Jack Benjamin. And our scoring has been hard to come by in this game. 7 for 21 for the two teams combined. And that'll get a little worse with the miss by Jalen Reed. And a finish by Dior Johnson.
And that's what he brought to the table the other night, especially late in the game when Wisconsin pretty much had the game in hand. He came in, he played really, really hard. He pushed the ball in transition, made some plays, was really a bright spot for this UCF team.
LSU has missed its last 6, scoring drought going on more than 2.5 minutes. And that finally ceases with Bailey driving to the hoop for 2.
Jai Bailey. Coach McMahon called him the glue guy. He said, very rarely do I ever name a new player into our program as a team captain. That's exactly what he did with Jai Bailey.
But when you finish at that level at the rim as a guard, not score in the first 4 games for UCF. Guy who just filled it up with juking. Sears inside, nowhere to go, and it's knocked away and taken by Williams. Only the 3rd LSU turnover. Dior Johnson pushing for Ivy Curry. They work it inside, and Yatsus flushes it home. UCF's got the...
Dad over there on that bench. It helps Darius, a guy that's been very, very loyal to this program. With a great feed here off the pick and roll.
Yatsus able to finish.
But it's rare in today's day and age of college basketball to see a player stay at a program throughout his careers. Debo Coleman coming up with a big play defensively. Points when he was at George Mason when I was on the sidelines over there.
Well, meanwhile, his brother, who now plays professionally overseas, over in Spain actually, as Miller able to finish at the rim. Benny Williams has been everywhere defensively. I was going to mention his brother has been an electric scorer in his career. Lob it up top to Williams. Great feed from Johnson. And Robert Miller the 3rd. And Gibbons slipped. Coleman has it. Mahovsky in transition. Miller went up to block it. Coleman's there to clean it up. And a timeout for Matt McMahon. 10 straight points for the Knights.
Get entered into the game. Try to get a little bit of a lather before you crank up a 3-point shot. But Mike Williams is a guy that's played a lot of minutes. He's played a lot of minutes for this LSU program. One of only 3 returners. Played in every game last year. And
Johnson knocking down a rainbow triple.
Darius Johnson says, I've got plenty of a lather going. I'm fine rising up and knocking down a 3-point shot.
That guy's knocked down a 3-pointer or 2 in his career. Jai Bailey will try and hit from 3. That's his first make on the season from distance.
But that's a ball that he has to shoot. Cam Carter with the crossover gets in the lane and draws the defense. Jai Bailey shot that ball with a lot of confidence. He is capable. We know we talked about him as a driver. He is a capable 3-point shooter. As Johnson says, I'm feeling it right now. Got his 1,000th point for his tennis. Stoppage and play, just calming his team down, going to execute their offense.
To the corner and Hendricks. Of course, when your twin brother's a lottery picker and his shadows a little bit, is Yatsus with the left hand, his strong one, flips it in off the glass.
Hooks with either hand. Good finish there.
6'10" out of Lithuania. 8.5 points, 5 rebounds last year. Johnson again, his 3rd triple in the last couple of minutes, and UCF's lead below.
But a good play by Victorious Miller. He made the right read, coming off a handoff, getting himself in the lane there, the dump off to the pass. Fountain's just got to see that basketball go in with his eyes.
Jam inside. How about the dishing there? Hendricks found him for 2 more.
And this
Dime and Bailey fires and misses. Well, their defense has come to play.
And that ball is just being swung around the perimeter. Nobody trying to put pressure on the paint. You've got to try to draw help and free up some of those 3-point shots. Keyshawn Hall with a groan. I'm looking at the ACC right now, and I'm saying Duke's pretty good, but this Pittsburgh thing, whew, they're going to be right there.
Reed inside on Chum, and finally the scoring drought of 5.5 minutes for LSU comes to a close.
That's a good possession on the offensive end of the floor, and we saw Reed do that a ton the other night. Just use his size, use his strength to get to his spots and get to that jump hook.
He missed his first 4 shots. Ivy Curry And Sears rebounds. LSU, a rare chance to run. Miller streaks to the hoop, scooped it in with a foul. And a chance for one on the house.
And that's several games.
He scored 3 total points in his first 2 games as an LSU Tiger. Averaging 16. Big final minute here for LSU. Carter kicks. Sears for 3. He just has not found the range. Bailey made one earlier. Victorious Miller will try and connects.
Very impressed with this freshman guard for LSU.
Shot clock is dark, so Darius Johnson and UCF can hold for 1. They've led in this game by as many as 20. It's down to 5. Johnson feeds. Williams skies in for the deuce.
And that's the second time he's found his teammate off the crossover dribble, gets in the lane for the big-time finish.
What a first half for Williams. What a first half for with fire, but he missed it. Yatsus tipped it, and Sears comes out of the pack. Hit ahead pass to Carter, streaking down the floor, and he's fouled. So LSU comes out of the locker room with some good energy.
You have some good energy, and hopefully Carter.
In 2019, of course, the Sweet 16 at Stanford, and a haul.
Talked about UCF just in terms of coming out and playing this game inspired after not playing particularly well against Wisconsin, and that's exactly what they've been able to do. And then just the ball movement for LSU, the costly turnovers. I thought they'd play sharper in this game on offense, and if they want to find a way to win this one and head back to Baton Rouge with the split, they're going to have to find ways to play better
in the second half. They're going to need it. Jalen Reed puts a shoulder down. Coleman helps out and steals it. Another one for UCF, their 9th.
There's just nowhere to go. This UCF defense is swarming. Anytime anybody tries to put the basketball down on the...
UCF's transition defense has been terrific.
Wasting no time, getting back, sprinting back. Call it getting back to a solid. Get solid. All matched up 5-on-5.
Jai Bailey working on Hall, outside to Sears, and finally gets one to drop.
That's exactly what LSU needs to do. Ivy Curry overhelped on that possession, freed up Sears, and if he can get going, LSU's going to get back in this game.
Johnson missed it. Yatsus spanked it up and in. There he is again. He's been great off the bench.
How about the minutes that he's been giving this team in this game with Sean being in foul trouble? He's come in and provided a good spark.
He's in double figures. He's got 10. Reed, meanwhile, able to clean it up. So Jalen Reed put back is there. 14-point game. 4 gone by here in the second half. Took LSU a while to get on the board with their first field goal in the second half. Now they need stops. Yatsus wants it every time down the floor. Can't blame him. Hall for 3. Connects. Right in front of Dave by Fountain. Saving both of us.
Never a doubt, Jack.
After my miscue yesterday, by the way, I should have had that steal, and I was saved by our stats guy. I'm ready, man. Warmed up and everything earlier. Reed down low. That'll be a foul on the floor. Basket won't count. And the front end. Reed go.
The rest of this game, he's so strong. He's so physical down there. He can get to either jump hook. Look through him to run some actions as
Johnson
again. He loves that step back crossover. That is a difficult move to guard. Darius Johnson having himself an afternoon.
That is his 4th three-pointer. It's one shy of a season high and made 3s in the game. Reed to Miller. In the lane, his floater is true.
You called it, just the transition defense of UCF getting back. There is nowhere for this LSU team to go.
Well, they'll go inside to Reed, and he is fouled on the way up. 18 fouls now on UCF.
How about John Blackwell from Wisconsin, sophomore guard? He has been absolute.
For the junior from Jackson, Mississippi.
A foul. They're putting the Tigers on the free throw line. The clock stops, and it allows them to crawl back into this game.
They try to hand it off. Stolen away, Victorious Miller. LSU 3-on-2. Miller to the rim, puts it in with a foul. And a chance for one more. LSU wise beyond his years and playing like it. He's got 12 points. Again, remember, they led this game early by 7.
LSU now in the double bonus the rest of the game.
7 straight for the Tigers. Just north of 11 to go. Johnson hands off. Williams for the flush. He's gotten high above the rim a couple times today.
And that's just a blown pick and roll coverage. Cam Carter was forcing him to the baseline, almost like trying to ice, but there was no front court player there. Johnson reads it, gets down the lane. Another great pass.
5th assist for him. Gibbons for 3. Bucket.
Right play. Rises up, knocks it down. The Tigers needed that.
Mahovsky's off on a floater. Williams gets to that rebound. Banked it up and off. Here comes Gibbons. LSU pushing again. Gibbons down the lane. Reversed it up and in. Darius Johnson, 9 first-half points. He's made a 3 here in the second as well. Chiam playing with 3 fouls. He's finally back in. Johnson falls away from the baseline. Difficult shot, and he drilled it. He's got 14.
He lights.
He'll launch up a 3. Off the mark. Chiam had it go right through the wickets. And LSU 3-on-2. Reed leading the break. To the rim he goes, flipped it up and in. Jalen Reed's been aggressive in the second half.
Johnson, that's a quick trigger there at that point in the game. You love the confidence that he's playing with, but it gave LSU an opportunity to get out on the break.
Johnson's got 4 threes today. Eyeing up Carter, who's a heck of a defender. Johnson works on him across the lane and draws a foul. So team clawed back within 4 on a couple occasions. They've shown how resilient they are.
Did this last offseason with a mix. A couple high-level transfers.
Shots. UCF by 10. We're under the midway point of the second half. First matchup ever on the hardwood between these two programs. Johnson turns the corner with the left and banks it in. He's got 18. Zone look from UCF. It's Reed and Chiam backing him down with 3 fouls, and he stripped him. Here comes Keyshawn Hall against Gibbons. LSU gets back, didn't matter. Hall able to muscle it up and in.
What a great response.
Sears back in with Carter, Reed, Bailey, and Chest, who had been plagued with some foul trouble. Chest in the middle of the zone, saw he had an opening and finished.
Once the ball versus the 2-3 zone, we hit a couple fairways, made a couple putts.
Yeah, that was the Live Golf event a year ago when he did that. The 18-hole course, the first one at the Greenbrier, opened in 1914. You're too modest, man. That was, what, 40 degrees and you're shooting 80? Meanwhile, Sears spills today. Here's Dior Johnson. Hall, open corner pop. And he missed it, but Debo Coleman on the offensive glass for 2.
Not giving up on the play. Talked about that rebounding stat for this team. It's such an effort stat. Whoever wins that rebounding war tends to be the team that's just playing with a little bit more effort.
Sears, long 3. Oh, he knocked it in from Morgantown.
Have been absolutely outstanding. Averaged 21 points per game for UT Martin. All OVC finalist for the Lou Henson Award, National Player of the Year. So we know how good he is.
Tries again. Bullseye! Jordan Sears has come alive. His 3rd second-half triple.
Sometimes you just need to see one go in, Jack, and your confidence will take off, and that's exactly what's happened to him.
It's a foul on the drive.
When you get dinged up and you're not able to practice, it could take you out of a rhythm.
Second half. Johnson, who's a tremendous free throw shooter. Find Sears right now. There he is. A 5th 3. Not that time. Some contact, no call. Here comes Johnson, streaking down the lane, put it up and in. What a day he's had. 20 points now for Darius Johnson. His 11th career 20-point game.
Got that up way high on the glass. What a finish by Darius Johnson.
There's Chiam. Oh, he waited patiently and still blocked the shot from Bailey. Bailey comes up short. LSU had missed a. He splits a pair. LSU is within 2 possessions again at 6. And they have started to lock down on this end of the floor. Johnson turns the corner again. Can't finish that time, but he will. Johnson today playing in game number 94 of his Johnny Dawkins here at UCF. Great player at Richmond back in the day. 68-60, under 4:45 to go. LSU once down 20, back with an 8. Reed, inside he goes with the left.
Tested. How about Jai Bailey skying for the rebound to get that second offensive possession? He's just struggled shooting at this game, but we got
Ivy Curry
over here.
Yeah, here comes a 4-on-1 for LSU. Bailey down the lane. Williams blocked it again. What a day defensively he's had. That's his 3rd block.
This is a 4-on-1 break, though, Jack. This ball's got to get dropped back to one of his teammates. Dump that thing off to Reed. You got to get
3 to go. LSU hasn't led since it was 15-14, with 12 minutes left in the first half. Reed backing down, and Williams steps through and scores. He's got 16.
He does an unbelievable job on that.
They needed someone in the front court to step up in a big way with no Damian Collins. Reed has answered the bell. Shot clock is at 10. Johnson's down the lane, scooped it up and in. Can LSU counter again? Corey Chest, outside it goes. Carter, one more, Sears. Chest gobbles in the rebound and flushes it down.
You want to know why?
To last in the SEC preseason poll, but they're showing they're a lot better than that. Away we go. Ivy Curry for UCF. Puts it up and off. Rebound fought for. Ivy Curry grabbed it back. Tie up. And the possession is with LSU. 90 seconds to go here at the Greenbrier. LSU, once down by as many as 20, can get back within a possession here. It's Bailey working on Coleman. Sears off the hard hedge. Cam Carter has not been his day. Tough 2, puts it in. Only his 2nd field goal brings LSU within 2.
You called it tough 2. UCF, you just gotta tip your hat on that one. What a shot by Cam Carter.
He had missed his previous 6 shots. Ivy Curry for Williams. About a 40-second game clock, shot clock difference. Johnson, floater around and off. Rebound tipped. Chest knocked it away. Ivy Curry took it back. And now they're going to check on the shot clock.
The thing is you have to end the possession with a block out and a rebound. If you're UCF, you don't need to be in a hurry. You need to keep the ball in that guy's hand. I'd look for some type of ghost screen, some type of action here to get him driving down the lane.
Again, LSU's only got 4 fouls. They got to get a stop here. Johnson with a game-high 22. They double him. Ball knocked away and stolen by Chest. On the run, it's Carter. Down the lane, blocked off the backboard. It's a foul, and they're going to count it. We're tied, and a chance for Carter to give LSU the lead.
And I love the call by Coach Matt McMahon to run and get the ball out of Johnson's hands. We don't want him getting down the lane. We don't want him making a play. We're going to double team him, make somebody else.
That should be a clean block by Williams. That's an unbelievable hustle play.
Makes the hustle play. We're talking about Corey Chest. But how about not giving up after the turnover? Rising up.
And he got the first. He got it.
I don't even think it hit the rim, partner.
How about that? Johnson's been the guy for them with a game-high 22. They inbounded to him. UCF has 1 timeout. Shot clock is turned off. Johnson eyeing up Carter.
1-on-1. Everybody's on the baseline. 1-4 low, letting Johnson go.
Down to 7. At 6. Johnson makes his move. Hands it off. Ivy Curry for the win. No! And we've got overtime at the Greenbrier. LSU back from the dead to send this thing to an extra session.
We said we didn't want to leave the Greenbrier. We got 5 more minutes of free basketball.
And Darius Johnson has been terrific.
Really started with their defense, too. Points off turnovers. LSU with 21 points off UCF's 15 turnovers.
First OT game for both teams this season. Coleman corner pop. And he airballs a triple. That goes out of bounds off of Carter. And Bailey. It's Johnson, Hall, Ivy Curry, Cham, and Coleman for UCF. Ivy Curry in the mid-range. Just his 2nd field goal today. And UCF's back in front, the first points of OT.
Just made the right read off the pick and roll. Got to his spot, rises up, knocks it down.
That's got to feel good. He missed his prior 6. Jalen Reed has been the man inside for LSU today. Missed it, tipped up and in by Bailey. Climbing the ladder to tie us up again.
The effort plays by Corey Chest. Jai Bailey flying into the offensive glass. You can see Coach McMahon trying to go to Reed. Jom's got 4 fouls. See if they can't get him on the bench. But Ivy Curry steps back.
Gets the touch.
The rim is his friend.
Minute gone by in overtime. Cam Carter tries. Reed got the rebound and he's fouled.
That's on Chom. That'll be it for him.
Yeah, that would be number 5.
Number 5.
And it is. So the true freshman from Senegal. That's his first miss.
Double-double right now. His physical presence on the inside has been exactly what my 4th.
That's his 3rd foul. Ivy Curry matched up with Sears. Gets a step back, long 2 is off the mark. And Reed soars for the rebound. That's his 2nd career double-double. Here comes Sears, knifing through the paint. Carter for the lead, you bet! First LSU lead since it was 15.
Corey Chest, his presence on the defensive end of the floor has really been felt down the stretch of this game.
LSU nursing some clock now. They go inside to Reed, backing down Williams. Up top, it's Sears for 3. Bullseye! His 5th 3 touches in. He gave them some great minutes in the first half. Have not seen him much since. It's Ivy Curry. Works against Sears. Chest helps out again. He's been everywhere. Johnson, step back triple. A rare miss for him. And the rebound taken by Reed is 11th.
See, Jack, the ball never changed sides of the floor on that offensive possession. The ball stayed on one side of the floor. They've got to get back to that movement.
Reed has tied a career high with 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
He's definitely holding on to that shoulder that he came in banged up with. Shot clock's inside 10, under 90 seconds to go in OT. It's down to 5 on the timer. In the quarter, Bailey 3. Offensive rebound, Corey Chest. What hasn't he done?
That is a game-winning play.
He's tied a career high with 11 rebounds. 17 points for him. LSU with 10 to shoot and 70 seconds left now in OT. Here's Carter for Reed against Yatsus with 5 to shoot. Reed across the lane, lost the ball. Coleman to the deck for it, and the turnover on LSU. Darius Johnson, inside he goes and draws a foul. Had been a lot of settling by UCF until that.
You cut this down to 2.
And he does. So knots up his season high at 24. UCF within 2. Still a 23-second game clock, shot clock difference. 45 seconds left in OT. Here at the Greenbrier tip-off, LSU once trailed by 20. They lead it now by 2. Sears off the Reed screen, backtracking with 10 to shoot. Half a minute to go. Bailey, drop-off feed to Reed for the stuff. LSU back up 4-19 for Reed. If you're UCF now, you're down 4, 29.1. Not enough time where you don't need a 3 yet?
Don't need a 3 yet. Got to put pressure on the paint. Try to get fouled, get to the free throw line, but
well, they'll take
when
a
you
3.
have that guy
Ivy Curry
wide open, the speed. Darius Johnson gets the ball up the floor.
They initially thought about fouling Carter, but did it. So with 20.4, they got it. 2-point LSU lead.
Biggest thing right now, LSU getting back, setting their defense. We know whose hand the ball's going to be in. A lot of times it's the second one. You have to end the possession with a block out and a rebound.
Darius Johnson. UCF can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Johnson down the lane, lost the ball out of bounds, and it is going to be reviewed. 0.2 of a second to the clock. 10.4 left in OT. Keyshawn Hall working inside, puts it up, he's fouled. And he'll have a couple of free throws to try to knot the game at 82.
I love the play.
Hall 0 for 1 at the line today. 76% for the year. Got the for the tie. He got it. Knotted at 82. 6.3 left. Inbound to Sears with 3, with 2. Sears hoists off the mark, and we go to double overtime at the Greenbrier.
Why not? Might as well play some more.
Double overtime we go. Williams and Reed to tip. Bailey grabs it, and it's Sears for LSU. If you're just joining us, LSU trailed in this game by as many as 20. Reed took the lead in overtime. UCF, couple of free throws from Keyshawn Hall to force double OT.
LSU, Corey Chest, who was so big coming down the stretch of regulation defensively.
Founders for both teams no longer eligible. 8 to shoot. Sears has hit 5 threes today. Backtracks with 4. They gotta go. Carter looking for room. Off the mark, rebound Ivy Curry. UCF can push. Johnson finds Ivy Curry for 3. Another one down for him, his 4th.
Those two guys are a lot of fun to watch. What a play. Johnson on the push, finding his teammate. The second time in overtime that's happened.
Sears 3, not that time. Bailey an offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
Darius, terrific play by Johnson and Curry.
Another double-figure game for the freshman. Bailey missed them both. Reed battling on the glass.
A little bit of a mismatch on the inside.
And you figure it gives you another shot maker offensively now, too. Off the screen, Sears, his 6th three-pointer today. He's got 18, and we're tied at 85 in double OT.
Just a little pin down action off the underneath out of bounds. UCF tries to go up the inside.
He's 1 shy of a career high in made threes. Ivy Curry to respond, and does. Oh, what an overtime he's put together. 17 for him, 12 after regulation. Carter, corner 3, right back at you. The seesaw.
Now this is, man, a lot of fun.
Incredible shooting late. Incredible clutch shooting from this guy. Sears turns the corner, puts it up and in with a foul. A chance for one more. LSU back in the lead. He did not score in the first half. He scored 12 in the second half. He's now got 9 in the 2 overtimes. And he has a season-high 21.
And after that and one, you saw Coach Matt McMahon come all the way out on the floor, pump his fist, and yell, "Get a stop!"
Can UCF answer back? Johnson kicks. Hall for the tie. Johnson bats it out. They're going to call a foul on the floor. 1-and-1 for Johnson. Now 7 of 9. But missed that one. It's tipped. Decimals over, and we're good. Good to go at the Greenbrier in what has been a thriller. You would not know this is not a championship game. Sears with a team high and season high 21.
UCF goes back to that zone.
Sears with 6 triples. They lofted into Reed. Double comes on him. Around the key, it's Cam Carter. Off the bounce in the lane, lost the ball. Here comes Ivy Curry and UCF. They can regain the lead with a 3. Hall inside. Battling with Reed, put it up and in for the tie. With 51.7 to go, Hall's got 13.
Keyshawn Hall made the play off the underneath out of bounds to tie this game, to get this thing to double overtime. What a finish on that play.
We've been tied 9 times in this game. Reed working on Williams, drop off to Bailey, he puts it in. Back and forth we go in double overtime.
Jai Bailey, right place, right time.
Can UCF tie it or take the lead? Hall spins, flips it up and in for the tie again.
We talked about Darius Johnson and Jordan Ivy Curry, but how about the plays of Keyshawn Hall coming down the stretch? LSU not electing to call a timeout.
Shot clock turned off. 5 seconds to go in double overtime. Sears backtracking with 2, with 1 for the win. No! And we go to a third overtime. He's had a couple since February of 2013 at Alabama, a game they won 97-94. A game UCF once led by as many as 20. They led by 15 at halftime. Keyshawn Hall, couple of late buckets to tie it. He's swatted away there by Jalen Reed. It'll stay with UCF. And that's Ivy Curry, Hall, and Coleman, the 5 for UCF. Both teams 4-1, trying to bounce back from losses Friday. Ivy Curry off the bounce against Sears. He slipped, didn't travel. Hall with 8 to shoot. Couple of jabs. In the lane he works. Stops, pops, rimmed it out. Yatsus on the glass. And a fresh 20 for UCF. Hall down the lane, up and off. They're playing Twister with it. Of late, it's Bailey kicking out for Sears and his 6 threes. Carter has gotten it going. Knifes down the lane, left it short, got it back and put it in. 18 to go, by the way, with 19 points. What a game he's playing. Sears. Down the lane he goes, draws a foul. He has been in attack mode here in the overtime. More than 1,700 points in his college career. 22 today. Missed the second.
Misses a wide open 3. Fatigue becoming a factor in triple overtime.
UCF has missed its first half dozen shots of the third overtime. Miller curls, bounce feed to Reed. Yatsus defending. Up and under he goes to bank it.
What a move by Jalen Reed. There's a reason we picked him as a player of the game, but UCF says not so fast.
Keyshawn Hall down the lane, finger roll no, got his own, and a foul called. That's on the floor. It's 9 team fouls, so 1-1. Front end.
I'd look for LSU to go right back.
Full overtime here at the Greenbrier tip-off. Reed, backdoor Bailey, knocked away by Debo Coleman. And UCF can tie with a 3. Ivy Curry's gonna drive instead, and a blocking foul call.
How about this play? Line, try to make this a 1-point game.
Now that was a double bonus, sitting on 17 points. They got the second. And so the 5th-year senior from Lamarck, Texas, brings UCF back within 2. Inside 2 to go in triple overtime. Sears initiating against this UCF zone. Off the screen from Reed. Cam Carter kicks. Bailey drives. Down the lane he goes and puts it in.
But it was the seal by Jalen Reed that opened up that layup for Jai Bailey.
Hall tiptoes the baseline and draws a foul on Reed. And Hall misses that free throw. Somehow this is only November. We don't know how. Out there with Bailey, Miller, Cam Carter, and Reed for LSU. 3-point lead for the Tigers. 80 seconds left in triple overtime. Sears off the screen. Sizing up Hall. Gives him no room. Backtracks with 10 to shoot.
3 overtimes doesn't get any better than this. We said we didn't want to leave the Greenbrier Tip-Off Classic. We didn't want to leave the Greenbrier. We'll get another round of golfing tomorrow.
And Connors Miller
victorious!
Over the top of Williams. An emphatic flush. Ivy Curry flips it up and in. That is going to be a big-time highlight later. Wow. About a 24-second game clock, shot clock difference. Jordan Sears and LSU up by 3. Trying to put this game on ice. Sears double comes. It's Miller knifing inside. Lefty scoop, he put it in. Victorious Miller has taken over in triple overtime. Ivy Curry, no. Rebound tip to Sears. LSU with an open floor, and Sears will flush it down.
Victorious Miller, the freshman, as Keyshawn Hall with the and one. Keyshawn Hall says not so shoe when Victorious Miller came in the game.
And you bound the ball cleanly, and you got to make your free throws. Bailey looking, has Sears. That's the guy you want to have the ball in his hands. And Ivy Curry, a hard foul. It'll be his fourth, and Sears will go to the line where he's 2 for 3 tonight.
For making the adjustments at halftime, how they've played.
Sears got the second, so he's got Coleman will inbound with 10.8. UCF's got to go quick. Into the hands of Johnson. He'll hoist up a 3, left it short. Ball bounces away. Carter has it. LSU can dribble out the clock, and Carter will finish with a flourish. A windmill jam. Rallies from 20 down to win 109-102 in triple overtime here at the Greenbrier. What a comeback by the Tigers.
What a bounce back by LSU to come back down the way they were, to continue to battle, to continue to fight. But UCF played this game inspired. They showed what they can be. They get 100% healthy. This UCF Knight team is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Big 12.
Jalen Reed, second career double-double, 21 and 13, 20.